News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. It's a chilly 49 degrees at 7:40 on this Columbus Day, October 9th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. Several Americans, reportedly among those taken hostage, are killed by Hamas militants. The White House on high alert. A U.S. aircraft carrier and other munitions on the way to the Mediterranean, while Israel orders total food and fuel blockage into Gaza. Vigils and rallies held yesterday for both sides of the war in the Middle East as day 3 rages on. New urgency now to elect a new Speaker of the House as a vote's expected to go down this week. And rule number 6 for wedding crashers: draw attention to yourself, but only on your own terms. One woman takes it a little too far. As for our teams here in the New York area, Jets beat the Broncos, Giants lost to the Dolphins, Game 1 WNBA Finals, Liberty lose to the Vegas Aces. AccuWeather, chilly start to the morning, then it's clouds and sunshine, high around 60 degrees. Wins News Time, 7:41. Traffic and transit on the ones. We get you back out to Karen Stewart.
We'll continue to remind you about closures related to the Columbus Day Parade. It is Columbus Day. Alternate side parking is suspended today citywide. The meter rules, they do apply. The parade will head up 5th Avenue between 44th and 72nd Street. It starts at 11:30 this morning. Before the parade, the first closures we'll see are 43rd through 47th Streets between Madison and 5th. And then other miscellaneous street closures include 51st between 5th and Rockefeller Plaza and 58th Street between 5th Avenue and 6th Avenue. Again, we'll keep updating you on any street closures, again, closer to the time of the parade as they happen. Bronx River Parkway, both ways between 233rd and Nayreed, has got long-term construction. The right lane's closed until the end of the year. We got rid of that eastbound LIE disabled at the Clearview. That is gone, and so are the residual delays. The westbound BQE at Queens Boulevard, disabled tractor-trailer in the right lane. They just literally like a half a second ago just cleared away as we were speaking here. So that's gone, but we still have slowdowns on the westbound side of the BQE as you make your way down into Queens Boulevard and down into the Kosciuszko Bridge. Alternate side of the street, again, it is suspended today citywide. The meter rules apply. Our next report is 7:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, Israel's defense minister has ordered a complete siege on Gaza, saying authorities would cut electricity and block food or fuel from getting in. Day 3 now since the gruesome attack on the Israeli border by Hamas militants. The military says the fighting's died down for now as Israel was pounding the Gaza Strip from the air today. Reports say Israel hit more than 1,000 targets in Gaza, and its tanks and drones guarded openings in the border fencing. Nearly 700 people have been killed in Israel, 500 in Gaza. Hamas claims to be holding over 130 hostages from the Israeli side. And the White House is on high alert with reports that Americans are among those killed in Israel and being held hostage as well.
Netanyahu came out almost immediately to say that it was a state of war that his country was in. Israel has been placed into a state of emergency as a result. This is not something that Israel has ever faced before, and now the challenge is to try to bring it to a resolution. But as with most things in this part of the world, the resolution is not fast.
That's correspondent James Longman. The Pentagon says it's moving an aircraft carrier strike group to the region and sending munitions to Israel.
In addition to sending an aircraft carrier to the eastern Mediterranean, the U.S. will also send more F-15 and F-35 fighter jets to the Middle East. They will join other U.S. aircraft currently on deployment in the region. A U.S. official tells ABC News the new aircraft are to deter any Iranian aggression or expansion of their operations following Hamas's attack on Israel. The U.S. has been working with other governments to ensure that the crisis in Israel does not spread further in the region. Louis Martinez, ABC News, the Pentagon.
Well, one political activist here in our area has children who are on vacation in Israel, and they are now sitting in a bomb shelter.
It's yet another nightmare for Devorah Halberstadt. 30 years ago, her 16-year-old son Ari was the victim of a terrorist gunman on the Brooklyn Bridge, and now her children are in Israel. They're trapped in a bomb shelter. No word as to when and how they can ever get back to the United States.
I just want my children to come home.
She tells us she feared that this past weekend's events would unfold.
I have been saying this for a decade. You think 9/11 came and went? It doesn't. This is proof positive that terrorists never go away. And we need to constantly have our eyes open wide, look beside of us and remember all the time and have, because this is not something that will end soon.
Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Government leaders, community leaders, and clergy led a vigil last night in Bennett Park in Fort George for the state of Israel and its victims.
Some held signs saying, "I stand with Israel." Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine says he was physically sickened by what Hamas has done.
There is no moral or political defense for this barbarism. None. Yid Gadol, Yid Kadash.
They prayed for the hundreds of Israelis killed. Rabbi Paula Feldstein with the Jewish Tabernacle calling out Hamas for trying to offer a moral justification for their attack.
When they say they are fighting the occupation, what they mean is that they are fighting to drive the Jewish people out of the entire land of Israel.
Roger Stern, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Fort George.
All right, guys, that was today's snippet of the news. We'll see you on the next video.